So, hi, this is session 1 and session 2. It's our session 1 that is on the second meeting. So, episode 1, I guess, of Apocalypse Keys, tentatively just called Apocalypse Keys Quarterly 2025, until we figured out a more fitting title. Last time we created characters, and we will have a short round of introductions in a few minutes. And today we're going to start the first mystery. But before we do that, let us quickly revisit our safety sheet. So let's see. Everybody, it seems, is still comfortable with a public broadcasting. That is uploading it to the Open Hearth podcast feed. Everybody is comfortable with romance with NPCs, and everybody but Sina is comfortable with romance with PCs, and Sina would like to be asked first. So then we have our lines and veils. First of all, we have interests, and we have no interests marked yet. We have ask first, though, for emotional abuse or manipulation, which goes into the territory of one of our playbooks of the Lost. So I have to be careful there. We have a veil on suicide, and we have a few lines. We have lines on racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism, and sexual assault. Okay. And as always, this is a living document. It can be changed at any time. I will try to remember to go over it at the beginning of every session. But also knowing me, I probably will forget before long. But it's particularly important in the first few sessions. In case you want to change anything. We do have a dice roller that you can find on the cover of our character keeper. That I just remembered that I haven't opened it yet either. Oh, there we go. And you are also very welcome to use your own physical dice or whatever you want. The dice roller is a service. It's not meant as an instrument of control. You're adults, you can roll wherever you want. Okay. And then maybe we'll go around the table and do a little round of introduction. Now, the pickle we're in is that Sina is still rummaging around having coffee. So maybe I will quickly say a few words to their character, as far as I've understood. And they'll be back eventually.
I'm still around, if you can hear me. I don't know.
Ah, cool. Well then.
I'm just in the kitchen.
Sweet. We just can't see you, but we can hear you. That's good. Okay, then let's start
but feel free to start with the others.
Yes, let's start with Nia. Gerwin, hi. Oh, let's start with me, actually. I'm Dominic. I'm the GM for today, or the Keeper, as it's called in this game. And I've been with the Hearth since 24. And what is the icebreaker question for today? Have you ever been to Barcelona? I actually have. It was 20 years ago. I hardly remember anything aside from walking down one very steep hill. And yesterday I spent the day having a Google Maps walk around, which was very fascinating. Gerwin, who are you, and have you been to Barcelona? And who are you playing today?
Hello, I'm Gerwin. I've been with the Hearth for, I have to say almost 9-10 years now. Although intermittently over the last 5. I am playing Nero Draco. She was a druid who, with a number of other druids in her coven, tried to summon a Fey Lord to help bring Britain back to its druidic roots during World War II. The only problem was the Fey Lord asked for a sacrifice, and the rest of her coven dragged her to the altar and cut out her heart. As a result of this, the Fey Lord put the spirit of one of the Hounds of the Wild Hunt into her. and now she is an instrument of revenge and judgment that takes the souls of those who are guilty into herself until they can deliver them up to the Hall of the Dead. And yeah, she is literally a walking corpse with an open wound on her chest where her heart was. We don't know where the heart is, by the way, which I'm happy for that to be a plot hook for later.
Mm-hmm.
But she is the beast in her, the hound that's in her, constantly calls on her to render judgment on those around her, and demands that she judge everyone, including those that she loves and she's close to. This is complicated by the fact that she carries a partially cursed sword, whose English name is Empathy. Was forged by the Smith Wayland as revenge for a warlord that had gone around slaughtering people, and the blade encourages you to find empathy with those that you are fighting by having you relive their memories when you dream. So that's Nia.
Thank you. Shane, what's your situation?
Yeah, I'm Shane. I use they, them pronouns. I've never been to Spain. It was pretty wild. I looked at some of the locations that you mentioned in the chat, and it's always surprising to me because basically there are no buildings in Australia older than about 200 years. So seeing like much older buildings is always a bit mind-blowing for me. Yes, I'm playing Lady Baptiste. She died a few hundred years ago in the Great Fire of London. She also doesn't have a heart, but also doesn't have much else of a physical body. She's more like a cloud of vapor. She wears a nice cloak, though, that sort of hangs at about shoulder height, and she smells like books and dark wood. And she does shadow magic and necromancy, and has a pretty close personal relationship with Death, who, they just like to hang out, get some hot tips.
Have we already decided on what Death looks like?
So it says that when I chose from the drop-down menu, what form does Death take to speak to you, I chose they wait for me in reflective surfaces. Oh, and look like me before my death. So they look like an astonishingly beautiful young woman.
Great. Okay, thank you. And Sina, how about you?
Hello, I'm Zina. I also use they, them pronouns. I have been to Barcelona, also roughly 20 years ago as you. Funnily enough, I remember a lot, but it might be because it was with my class before we were graduating, and there was so much activity that was structured. But somehow, for once, it was not annoying because Barcelona really can do with somebody showing you around if you've never been. And yeah, otherwise, I've been at the airport there plenty of times since then. I really need to go again sometime. It's really cool.
Just plan another additional day for layover. Explore the city.
The last time, listen, I had that plan, and that was what do you know? That plan was made for spring of 2020, so that obviously didn't happen. Anyway, I play Rydian, who doesn't quite know who they are, because they were found by members of Division in like a facility where they had basically they just have lost all the memories from the time before that. They also didn't know their name, so they have kindly been named by Nia, and I think the name in Welsh means something along the lines of the unknown, secret, etc. At least as far as my research has told me. Their looks change dramatically from day to day, depending on their mood. But most of the time, you would probably call their style an ill-fitting costume. They're not quite sure, what they're trying to portray here. And this is all, as much as I can come up with without looking at my character sheet.
Thank you. Okay, cool. Then I would say let's start. And although they are not strictly speaking a thing in Apocalypse Keys, I do like these unseens. So let's start with that. With a little scene that speaks to a theme, but doesn't directly have anything to do with today's story. And so we imagine our title card, and it fades from black into a really old growth Chthonian forest. We have an overcast sky. It is dark of night, probably a fog, and we see through the eyes of a creature that I think is about the eye level is about the height of a human, but it walks differently. It walks more like it's four-legged, and as it runs through, and we see it from its perspective, and as it runs through this forest, at some point we catch a glimpse in a puddle of water, and we see it is a dog. It's a hound. It's a huge white hound with red eyes. Sorry, no, with red ears. That is hunting through the woods. At some point, the hound catches up to its prey, and at this point, we change into the sensorial in-character perspective, and we smell the prey. The prey is a human. And humans smell strong. Particularly this one smells like he's been on the road for days, maybe weeks, without really resting, without freshening up. He smells like sweat. He smells like exhaustion. And he smells like unbridled anger. And we know this is our prey, for we've been hunting him for maybe not weeks, but for days. And our master has sent us to catch him and to judge him and to help him pass into the realm of the dead. The realm of the dead, as we know, is a place of eternal youth, of eternal bounty. It's not a bad place, but it is our task to help the sinners and to help the wrongful dead, those who shouldn't be alive anymore, like that man. On that man's belt is a sword, and he draws the sword to defend himself against us, and we see him hesitating, almost as if he's speaking to the sword, and then he ignores the sword. He lunges at us, and we're stronger, we're bigger, and before long we have him on his back, paws on his shoulder, and biting his jugular. As we're done with that work, behind a tree, a thin and wiry man who just exudes power emerges. He has a long beard and wears a crown of how do you say that in English? A crown of roots and barbs. And he looks at us, and we recognize him. It's our master. And he says, You were to retrieve the sword. You were not to kill the man. I gave him that sword, and I say when he goes. But I guess you can't help yourself, can you? And that judgment of our master stings, and we wins. And our master comes closer and takes the sword. And this is where Nia wakes up. Nia, have you had that dream before? Is that a recurring dream? Or did you dream that for the first time?
No, I this is one that keeps on coming up over and over. It's one that only ever comes when the moon is full.
Mhm.
And I think there's that moment when she looks up out of the window of the room, and it's framing the full moon, just it's set in the sky with a cloud just moving in front of it. She shudders. It feels more than a dream. It feels almost like a memory, but she can't place it. And as she looks down, you can see her hands up. There's blood on it.
Oh.
And
do you know where that blood is coming from?
It's hers. She's there's a blade that she carries that keeps by her bedside, and she's clasped it and holding it tight, and it clatters to the floor, and the runes on it glow for a faint moment and fade. And she shudders. I think. Are we going into a full scene before we do the mission, or is this just a project?
I thought that is maybe a good way to like get everybody warmed up. From the other side of the room of your door, you hear voices. You hear faint laughter and the clanging of, pots and pans and plates and mugs, and that will probably be the lady and Rydian sitting downstairs in the kitchen and enjoying whatever they're enjoying. It sounds merrysome. Do you maybe want to join them to cast away these shadows?
I hear all that, and I go to stand up, but I stop myself at the door as I catch myself, my reflection in the mirror, and I'm gonna feel like I can't go down there like this. I can see my eyes are not human eyes at the moment. There's still the touch of the hound to them, and she doesn't like people seeing her like that. And if you're okay with it, I'm going to feel very, very lonely at this point.
Sure.
I'm going to grab 2 darkness tokens.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, good play. Okay, so you're playing embody condition that affects me. Then, yeah, let me help along on that way and just give you the lonely condition, and then it works.
Sorry, I misread that. I thought I had when you feel
judgmental or guilty are yours.
Yes. Sorry, I misread it. I thought lonely was on that list.
No, but we can lonely is one of your conditions, and we can totally have you mark lonely. That is perfectly within the rules and within the narrative of what we established.
I am up for that.
Yeah,
very much so.
Yeah, and then you can take your
the pain and suffering.
Yeah, and then you can totally take your darkness tokens. Mm-hmm.
Do we have a place to record the darkness tokens?
Yes, it's all the way up. Sorry, no, it's a darkness. There is this darkness colon, and to the right of it, I'm just going to go ahead and put 2 in there for you now.
Oh, yep. Okay, I can see it.
That's where it goes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're sitting back down, feeling desolate. then let me help your fellow monsters maybe try to help out. I think Rydian gets this pervading sense of loneliness from, upstairs. I imagine you live in one of these houses in these labyrinthine streets of the old city, and you live there like as housemates, and you sense that something is not okay with Nia. Do you want to respect her? No, there is it her or there, Nia? It's her. Do you want to respect her privacy, or do you want to check up on her?
I think I will not really care about privacy wishes right now. And I think, well, depending on if we've just been having a coffee or whatever, I'll probably just pop over with like a cup of tea or something and like a toast between my teeth, and sort of go like knock knock.
No,
with my
go
elbow.
away.
Yeah, I can tell that you're not okay. Do you want a cup of tea?
It's not any of that green tea crap you tried giving me before, is it?
No. It's good old, English tea with just a drop of milk.
Give me a moment to make myself seem human.
All right, I'll be out here. I'm taking another bite of my toast, I think.
She'll pull her cloak, the cloak that was round her. She'll pull it up over her and pull it down so you can't really see her face. But I think there's still the slight glow from the ghostly hound's eyes coming out from under the actual hood itself. And she'll open the door slightly. What is it, Rydian?
Well, I just thought you might like a cup of tea. I've heard hot drinks can help.
I'm not sure it'll help this.
Before we go on, this is a good opportunity to flex our moves. Do you want to maybe play Reveal Your Heart? When you reveal your heart, either one of you, when you reveal your heart and try sincerely to connect to someone, spend darkness tokens and roll. On a success, your heart reaches theirs, choose one. If they are a PC and they choose to deepen the connection further, they choose one too. And the choices are: you grow closer, gain one bond to them. They soothe your heart, clear one condition. They taught you something important, mark XP. Or they gave you hope, clear one mark of ruin. And of course, you can overdo it. It also fail. But I don't need to read the entire move now. You can see it in the basic move tab. Just as a thought, you could do that to maybe gain a bond or an XP.
I have one other question in terms of just through mechanics discussions. I did choose the where do you end, where do I begin move, which is one of the ruin moves, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought theoretically this is also a decent place for that, because clearly the cup of tea didn't do it. And I think Rhi is very much the kind of person who wants to make everything better. At least with Nia, that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the decision here is: do you want to be very intrusive about it, which would be where do you end, where do I begin? Or do you want to sincerely reach out, which would be the basic move? What is it? Share your heart? Reveal your heart.
Personally, I would put that down to Nia, since emotional manipulation is always an ask first.
I'm always happy for you to manipulate me. Well,
But
manipulate Nia.
Do you want to
we are monsters in this game. Let's be monsters.
Do you want to make her feel better, or do you want to make her feel better? Do you want to force her to feel better? That is the
I
question.
think I want to force her to feel better
Okay.
because that is a power that I probably really like to abuse because it makes me feel better to, have control over that because it's uncomfortable otherwise.
hmm
So,
Um,
I think I would try and like sort of,
you don't even need to try it. It works automatically. It's just that you mark one rune and then you choose two of the effects.
oh no, I just meant roleplay wise, since you
Yeah.
already
Mhm.
opened the door a smidge, I will
Yeah.
like, how do you say this? Like enter with the cup, but I will try and sort of like just barge my way in there.
Yeah,
I will
look,
respect the whole like you wanting to, stay away from others, but I'll be like, come on now, let me in and close the door behind me.
I think it's only because it's Rydian that she lets you in, and you can see her room's a mess, an absolute mess, and she's normally quite fastidious when it comes to taking care of the room, but there's clothes thrown everywhere and things knocked over, and you can see her hands bleeding, and there's a pile of blood on her bed.
Ooh. Okay. What happened? What happened to your hands? What did you do?
Just a bad dream. Nothing for you to
Oh,
worry about here.
another one?
Always. To
Well,
sleep.
let me get something for
Dream.
your hands. Let me get something for your hands. And I think as I, go about trying to find something to bandage up your hands, is when I influence your emotions. And here's my question about the wording, because it says you choose two, correct?
Yes.
And I feel like if I want to actually lessen it or remove it, I don't understand how that would work with any of the others. So, I mean, sorry. Anyway, so it says deepen it, shift its target, shift its nature, bring it to the center, lessen it, or remove it.
Mhm. What do you want to do?
Well, actually,
Maybe we can talk fiction first and then see how we fit it into the
yeah. No,
mechanic.
because I was thinking, yeah, sorry. Okay, but I mean, we've got the touching because I'm caring for your hands. You said your hands, right?
Yes, yeah. There's a slash
Yeah.
across her hand.
So I will go and fetch something to clean the wound and to bandage it up. And while I do this,
I totally imagine that Nia just has bandages and stuff lying around.
Yeah.
Because that is a chronic condition.
I mean, I think. Sorry, that's what I meant, to be honest. I was like, I'm sure you have that around, but I'll go and grab it, right? And go like, let me do this for you, And
But rather than actually using normal sutures, I have fishing wire and fishing hooks. My flesh is dead. I need something stronger to hold it together and something that won't dissolve in water.
right. Well, I think I've done this before for you because I have previously ignored your bits for privacy. And I think, what did you say was the strongest emotion you had? Was it loneliness?
I'm feeling lonely. I'm feeling disgusted with myself. I'm remembering how I was part of a group and then that group betrayed me. And now that I'm different, I'm worried that everyone else is going to. Part of the move is that you get to feel what I feel.
Yes.
I'm worried that if people see me for the monster that I've become, that I'm going to be cast out and isolated again.
Mm-hmm.
the great irony being, by isolating myself, I'm doing it to myself rather than actually having other people doing it to me. But
Preempting the rejection.
yes.
Don't we know it? So I think what I want to do is I want to shift its nature and listen it. And shifting its nature in my imagination is sort of ticking over from feeling incredibly lonely and abandoned, and more maybe anger, and also a certain a kind of independence that is sort of more of a, like, there's still loneliness, right? But it
Yes.
feels like it's self-chosen, because why would these people that abandon me, or that might abandon me now, even deserve my full I don't know, my full connection? But I think I would also like to lessen it, because it does feel rather strong, and I'm not enjoying this.
Because you're feeling it too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Okay.
good. What is Lady Baptiste up to while all that is happening?
Well, when Rydian leaves to go and, comfort or whatever Nia, I feel ignored, so I'm going to take some darkness tokens for that.
Very good.
And I assume Lady Baptiste can't or doesn't really eat or drink, given she doesn't particularly have a body. But I think she does like nice smells. So she's got herself a cup of a nice Ethiopian single origin coffee, and
That's
she's
great.
just sort of hovering over it, letting the smell waft up, quietly waiting for the others to come back down.
That's great. How do we want to do that? So as you sit there and you wait for the others, and the smell of the coffee is taking over your senses, the telephone rings, and I imagine that it's a an old style wall telephone with a turn dial.
Oh yeah.
And this is a Division safe house, so it will probably be someone related to or even from Division.
Well, I guess I'm going to answer it, but I'm going to feel very irritated at being forced to, take on this mundane sort of. She probably thinks disparagingly secretarial duty. So she drifts across the room towards the telephone. I think she can condense to interact with physical objects, so she does that. Picks up the phone and hello.
And on the other end, there is an elderly female voice saying, "Baptiste, it's Natalie, and you've worked with Natalie before, and she used to be a medium who has lost her powers when a operation went wrong in 2007, and a shattered piece of a harbinger embedded itself in her soul. Then she lost her powers, and now she is just trying to stay alive, because she knows when she dies the harbinger will hatch. And yeah, you've worked with her before. And here's the scene setting question from the adventure. And she's relieved to have lost her powers. But what one future vision still haunts her? That's the question.
What one future vision still haunts her? Well, I think that she knows that I'm the one who's going to kill her once she does hatch into a full harbinger.
Great. Just add that to the the notes here on the Till We Have Faces tab. Natalie knows that Baptiste will kill her eventually. Mm-hmm. Okay, and she says, I think I need help.
Well, then Lady Baptiste will excitedly say, "Oh, is it time?" Because she also knows she's the one who's going to kill Natalie eventually.
Yeah. I hope not. Not yet, anyway. I tend to stick around for a bit longer. No, it's there's something happening in the Santa Renata seminary, and you know that's just a few streets over. And they called me, and to be honest, I don't quite know what to do, and it looks like it's gonna be there's gonna be field work involved, and I know I don't do that anymore. So if you have time, it would be cool if you could hop over, or are you at the house? I could come over too.
Yes, we're all here.
Yeah, cool. So if you don't mind, I'll be over in a few minutes.
Well, I suppose that's fine.
Thanks. And the city is so immensely walkable. So I think by the time that Rydian and maybe Nia come downstairs, it will the door will knock, and it's Natalie. Natalie is an older lady wearing crutches, and as you open the door, she smiles at you and says, it's lovely to see you again. It has been a while.
Yes.
Did I do something wrong? You seem so standoffish, Baptiste.
I just find your lack of power somewhat embarrassing and distasteful. It's nothing that you've done.
Rude, though. And maybe at that point, Nia, are you coming down with Rydian?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Rydian and Nia come down the stairs, and Natalie is, hey, you two. Good to see you. I love what you did with the place.
Yeah, well, we don't exactly get much of a decorating budget.
That makes it even more impressive.
What is it? What is it, Natalie? Have you come to pay me back that money you owe me?
You know what? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have. And she grabs her satchel that she's wearing, leans against the door frame so to not lose balance, and takes out a few hundred euros and just hands them to you. And says, here, that's it, with interest. God, you could think I killed your brothers, all of them. Why are you so hostile?
Not hostile, but you've owed me this now for over 6 months.
Yeah,
and you've miscounted, and I hand her a few bills back.
Thank you.
Who said anything about interest?
I thought it was just fair, given that I've been owing it to you for 6 months.
I'm not a bank. I'm not that sort of monster. Anyway, thank you.
So
I'll hand the money to Rydian. Put that somewhere safe.
Rydian, you notice that you both have these surface emotion feeling powers. so Rydian notices that she feels quite hurt. Did not expect that welcome. And Nia, you sense that she really feels embarrassed about not having paid you back, and about having fucked up again by assuming that you would want interest. So there's like a double embarrassment in there. And
I
under
stare
that,
at the bundle of cash. Oh, sorry.
and under that, there's also a deeper worry that is unrelated to all that.
I stare at the bundle of cash slightly confusedly, and then just, pocket it away somewhere in one of the very, very deep pockets of my coat. I guess today is coat day. And while I do seem to also be feeling some animosity toward this person because I'm sharing Nia's feelings at the moment, my curiosity is still stronger, and since I feel that there's something beneath it, I will try and be a bit more welcoming to try and smooth over everything. So yeah, I've forgotten the name. I'm sorry.
It's Natalie.
All right. Listen, Nat, we're just having breakfast. Come on in. Grab something, grab a hot drink, and let's see what this is all about, shall we?
Thank you, she says, and crutches in, and lets herself fall on a chair by the window.
And can I just a brief moment.
Mhm.
I would also like to grab some darkness tokens for before, because
Absolutely.
I did ask someone to open their emotions to me. They were just not very forthcoming.
And then she's pointing at Baptiste's coffee and is like, does anybody drink that?
Oh,
Can I have that? And start touching the cup because it's getting cold. It would be a waste.
Baptiste changes color slightly to express her rage, but doesn't verbalize it.
I think Natalie knows you well enough to go oh, never mind. I'll just get up and make myself a new one. And then she very, makes a show of how difficult it is for her to get up.
Literally, as you say that, my wife comes in with a cup of coffee for me.
Oh, that's nice.
But equally, can I grab a darkness token for being judgmental?
Absolutely.
God, I need that one.
Oh yes, that was great.
Darkness tokens are not a finite resource. You can both grab them.
I think I will probably notice, be slightly slow to notice that Natalie is probably not, having the greatest time trying to make this herself. So I'll get up and sort of, awkwardly, while she's already got up to the coffee machine, go, come on, let me do that. Go and sit down again.
She's like, nah, no, thank you, I got it. And you get a sense of annoyance from her, it would, she would have. She felt a bit set back and heard that you didn't offer, treating her like an unwanted guest. But now that she's gotten up, it's a matter of pride for her to do it herself. It's what you get.
All right. Well, do you want a snack or a biscuit? I'll go and get that for you if you want.
Oh yes, thank you, love.
There's some chocolate digestives up in my room if you want to go and get them.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
King of biscuits to have with coffee.
Definitely.
Yes.
I agree.
Sorry, is this division or a catering service? Natalie, I think there was some field work you wanted to discuss with us.
Yes. And she leans against the cupboard that the coffee. I imagine it's like one of these mocha machines, and it's on the stovetop. So she leans against the stovetop while the mocha is brewing, and says, "So, in Santa Renata they have this returners program. Have you heard of that? It's where people who were abducted by supernatural forces, when they come back, the church is offering them a way to, heal and to deal with their trauma and to reintegrate into society. It's a really good thing, I think. The Catalan church, they are weirdly okay. But there have been a few deaths in the past few days. and I can't make heads or tails of it. And it looks clearly supernatural, because you see people have turned into heaps of flowers.
That does sound supernatural.
It does, doesn't it? So if you have the time, I would appreciate if you could just take a look at it. I haven't gotten in contact with Division yet because the Father Murata, who is the leader of this whole operation, he doesn't like Division that much, and also you know how long it takes with all the paperwork and all that. So I thought maybe we could do it on the and then she says a word that Rydian understands but doesn't know why. She says, I think maybe we can do it on the Kleine Dienstweg. You know, like not making too much of a fuss.
I'm sorry. I was already going to respond strongly to the whole story here, right? Because I think this whole idea of returners getting some kind of help really resonates with me because, well, we had that for themselves, but not in like, you know, not in a structured way or whatever, right? And so they feel quite strongly about, I guess, that cause. And they would very much like to use one of their playbook moves because they can tell that there's something else underneath. Natalie's, what's it called?
It's You Can't Hide Your Heart From Me?
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. So I'll just read it. You are sensitive to the surface thoughts and strongest feelings of those around you. When you deepen your senses, spend Darkness token and roll. On an 8 to 10, you sense more under the surface. Ask 2. What do you wish would happen? What are you hiding? What are you truly afraid of? Who or what do you love above all else? How can I make you trust me? What don't you realize you know? Draw a line between a key and a facet of the mystery. Declare an irrevocable truth about the mystery. Oh, that is neat. So you can already, well, we don't have any keys yet, but we can also make a grasp for keys move. But we don't also have to do this. What don't you realize you know thing yet? But yeah, that's cool.
Yes.
That's a move that lets you change the mystery or change a key. That is very, very powerful.
I didn't even realize that, but that's because I don't know the mechanics of this thing. I just wanted to play my move, and it seems like a good moment.
Absolutely. So the way Darkness tokens work is that I know that our other shared base of knowledge is a public not Public Image Limited. What's the game's name? Public
access.
Public access, exactly. Like where you have these 4 abilities and you add them to the 2d6 roll. And it works differently here. You don't have these abilities. You have the ability to spend your Darkness tokens to add a bonus to the roll. And the Darkness tokens have 2 drawbacks. One is this thing there at the bottom of your Darkness column where it says after a move, if you have 5+ tokens, you are torn between. Choose between what the Darkness demands of you and your mission. So you are well served to make sure that you also get rid of your Darkness tokens and you don't hoard them. Because that is a thing that I don't want to say you don't want that, because you might want that for narrative reasons, but generally speaking, it's a good idea to avoid that. And also, you can overroll, so to speak. So the 11+ result on any given move is usually actually worse than the 8 to 10. So by spending too many Darkness tokens, of course, you have a greater chance to succeed, but also to overdo it. And It's absolutely your choice when you get the tokens, and also when and how many you spend.
Yeah, I think since this is the first roll or whatever, I'll just go conservative. Like the only conservative thing about me, probably. And just spend 1.
Mm-hmm.
And How many dice do I roll? 2, I'm assuming. 2d6?
2d6 plus 1 then, because of the darkness token.
Yeah, is that also something I can do in Witch Dice, or do I just go
You can
2d6?
totally do that. So you do that by clicking the d6 twice for the 2d6.
Uh-huh. And then,
And then
wait, there.
On
I can
the
see it.
bottom right, you have the plus. And you click the plus
I've
and
just-
then go to
No,
1.
now I've done it wrong. Okay.
Looks like that in the end.
There we go.
Okay,
There we
so
go.
and
It is an 8. No,
Mhm,
it's not an 8.
it's a 7. Just quickly, if you on the bottom right, these where we have these 8 buttons here, on the bottom right there's this plus 0. If you click the little arrows up and down, you can edit it by doing like 2d6 plus
Yeah.
1 or plus 2.
No, I saw that, but I had to do it twice, and then somehow something
Yeah,
went wrong.
doesn't
Anyway,
matter.
so I guess it's a 7.
It's a 7. That is a miss. But the good news is. So let's quickly firstly see what would happen on a miss. On a 7-, the darkness within you takes hold and will break the mind and heart of who you were connecting to. The keeper tells you what price you must pay to save them from the worst of your power. So you would really scramble poor Natalie's brain, but luckily you have bonds. You can spend your bonds with Nia, Lady Baptiste, or the darkness for plus 1. I like to change the result by plus or minus 1. That is what it technically does. In this case, of course, you would want plus 1, and then you have an 8, and that's a success. But and that is a cool thing. Let me just quickly look it up in the rule book. This also comes with a roleplay prompt, because when you spend bonds, you're also supposed to tell a little backstory between you and the character you spent the bond with. And I will just quickly look that up while you make your decision.
Am I supposed to make my decision out loud?
Would help, yeah.
Okay. No, I was just wondering if I was waiting or not. So I'm considering, I feel like Ree is, wouldn't necessarily be happy to scramble this person's mind just over, coffee and a biscuit, while they may have kind of overstepped the mark in terms of using their powers. So it feels most most aligned narratively to be spending the bond with the darkness, because they are kind of trying to not be that right now. But I'm not sure if that makes any sense. I guess it depends on your prompt.
You just quickly look that up so we got it right. So bonds. Let me just read out the part about bonds. Bonds represent friendship, rivalry, and influence. Your social connections and history help ground you, guide your actions, and are generally a positive influence. Bonds help you to temper and control your supernatural powers. They represent how you support each other in the face of the apocalypse. If you have a bond, you can spend it, reduce its number by 1, to gain plus 1 or minus 1 to your roll. Bonds are spent after making the roll, and multiple bonds can be spent on a single roll. Spending bonds represents leaning on shared memories, or how a character helps in the moment. When a bond is spent, it does not destroy or undermine the relationship. When a player spends a bond, they briefly describe a moment or flashback that helps their PC avoid consequences or control their supernatural powers. This moment or flashback can be from an event established or played out previously, or a new revelation. If you spend bonds with different PCs and NPCs on the same roll, you can create a shared moment with everyone involved, or describe a montage of moments between all the characters. You gain new bonds and invigorate old ones when you reveal your heart, or when another move tells you to. When you gain a bond, it can represent a new relationship developing, or an invigorating and deepening of an existing one. The keeper may also reward a player with a bond in a moment of intimacy or social significance if that happened between characters. This is especially true for NPCs. The keeper may speak for them and offer a bond. PCs can gain bonds with what the darkness demands of you. This bond works a little differently from the rest. When a PC spends a bond with what the darkness demands of you, they describe how they are coming closer to becoming a harbinger. The spent bond still adds +1 or ± to the roll, but it represents a moment where the PC comes closer to the edge of the abyss. This can look like the summoned pushing themselves, and for a moment their skin becomes unbreakable, bringing them closer to the demand to despair as an immortal. Or the Shade sends out a wave of death energy that for a brief moment shows every ghost haunting the area and aligns with the demand to break the veil between the living and the dead. When a PC spends bonds on other characters and what the darkness demands of you, this creates a bittersweet moment, a sharp edge to a beautiful memory, or a hint of a terrible fate in the midst of happiness. So this is what bonds do.
Okay, then it doesn't make sense to use the darkness, to spend the darkness.
Can I frame something?
Sure.
You're currently connected to my emotions, aren't you? I'm feeling guilty for how I was very, very sharp and judgmental on Natalie. I think I'm remembering back to a time where the reason I lent her the money is after she had that Child of the Harbinger in her. She had trouble paying her bills and had trouble doing things, and I'm actually a really good friend with her. We just tend to be friends in a British way, should I say? And tend to be highly critical and the like, and tend to be judgmental, and then sit down over a cup of tea or a cup of coffee afterwards and make up. So I think you can spend a bond with me if you'd like. To actually, I think you were present when I was comforting her and helping her with things around her house and her flat her apartment after she had the Shard of the Harbinger put into her.
Cool. Well, that would make sense. More sense than what I wanted to do because I didn't know how the darkness bond works. I think it'll tie in nicely with sort of a memory where Nia previously maybe helped me rein in my youthful enthusiasm for using my powers, after it already gone horribly wrong another time. And so be feeling all of those other extra feelings from Nia, that kind of helps me pull back a little bit and, not go right in there entangled into Natalie's mind.
That's
I think
beautiful.
that would work.
And as a little extra, if I may, I would also propose that since your mind is entangled with Nia's, and you both have these latent telepathic abilities, you probably, through this coupling with Nia, get a better sense of how Natalie's mind works, and therefore can better navigate her currents, so to speak, and not overload her. Cool. I'll just take away the bond, take the bond rating down to 0 for you. And then which of the two questions do you want to ask?
I would like to. Well, I get to choose 2, right? So I would like to ask, what are you hiding?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you wish would happen?
Mm-hmm. What is she hiding? I think what she is desperately trying to hide is that her health is really, really bad and her body has been falling apart way quicker than she thought it would. And that she's very worried about not having a lot of time, which is also a reason why she wants to do it the short way without involving division. And what was the other question?
What do you wish would happen?
She wants to. Well, first of all, she wants that the that the people stop dying / disappearing, and that you really succeed in helping her, because she does feel quite protective of the returners, and wants to, like, do a last good thing as long as she still can. Also,
Okay.
what she really would like to happen is for Lady Baptiste to just say a friendly word just once to her.
Okay, that's good to know. That's less sinister than I was considering to be. Yeah. I think. Where are we currently? Are we all at the table?
Yeah, I think you're all standing around the kitchen in some way.
Okay. I think I'm not going to do anything outwardly with that insight just for now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I
I think
will just try to catch Lady Baptiste in a moment where I can just like whisper to her, because I feel for it naturally.
Okay.
If you feel sorry for her, it might be better not to tell Lady Baptiste.
And I guess with your powers, you get that you get a working idea of how Baptiste was working. How everybody's working, really. So I think this is, seeing that it's 6 past the hour, maybe a good point to have a little break. How is the table feeling? Do we want to go until 10 past or 15 past? There's
I'm fine with 10 past.
They're shrugging. Okay, then let's go 10 past. And see you in
10
4 minutes.
past? 3 minutes. Okay.
We can do 15 if that's too short for you.
Yeah, I should have just said something, but for some reason I didn't realize.
Everybody shrugged their shoulders.
10 past. I'm sorry.
We can totally do 15 then. See you then.
Thank you.
Everybody's back, right?
Hey. Sorry, I just had Discord fail on me somehow, so I don't know if I was gone for a moment.
You were, but that's okay.
Back.
Cool. Okay. So, just to give us a little opportunity to stretch our muscles with the moves, this would be, again, a good opportunity to, if we look at the basic moves tab, to either reveal your heart, if you want to have a little moment between the characters to get not get emotional. That's the wrong has some wrong undertones in English. To go into your relationships, or if you want to maybe ask Natalie some questions, you could also grasp keys and try to find the first key for the adventure. And before we forget, there's one very important thing that we should have done right at the start, and that is, if you look at your character sheets, in line 4, column W, there is this field saying your impulse. At the start of every session, choose one to explore during play. At the end of every session, answer the question. If yes, mark 1 XP or 1 ruin. And then each one of you has 5 different questions. Each playbook has their own, and you can just select one that you want to do today. So I see that Lady Baptiste checked, did you have an intimate or harrowing moment with death? So that's also obviously something for me as the keeper to try and keep in mind and help you achieve. And Nia chose, did you seek escape and reprieve through intimacy and connection? Mm-hmm. And Rydian chose, did you open your mind or heart to another monster? Mm-hmm. Very cool. And then, since we're already on the topic of getting XP, there somewhere there should be. Oh, yeah, it's right underneath the end of session questions. At the end of the session, ask all of these questions, and just so you're aware of what you get XP for. Did you express your monstrous nature and/or express your humanity? These ones are the same for everybody. If yes, mark 1 XP. Did you learn something significant about yourself and/or your impending ruin? Yes, mark 1 XP. Did you learn something significant about a fellow monster? If yes, mark 1 XP. And importantly, did you uncover at least one key of the apocalypse or attempt to unlock Doom's door? If no, mark 1 ruin. That is not for me to adjudicate whether or not you succeeded. That is for you. But we will have a moment at the end of the session to just talk about it. Again, not in the sense of you justifying it, but just you having an opportunity to talk it out and tell everybody about your character and what you did today. Okay. So, what do you want to do now? Do you want to go to the seminary or somewhere else, or do you want to have a moment at the house?
Well, since Natalie's in such a hurry for us to get on with this, I suppose we'd better go and check out the seminary.
Mm-hmm.
And saying that, I look to the other two to see if they are joining me or otherwise.
Is it going to be safe for us there?
I think Lady Baptiste looks a little confused.
Is it holy ground?
Oh. Natalie says, I mean, yes, it's a church, or part of a church at least.
It's consecrated to the Christian God.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, maybe we could also go in, and if Nia feels more vulnerable to that, you could just stay outside of the grounds if you want.
No, I'll come, but give me a moment. And she
Mm-hmm.
comes back with a little courier bag over her shoulder, and takes out and shows a small fire extinguisher inside, just as a backup.
Very good.
Carry on fire extinguisher.
So to just give you a sense of the place, Noach will explore it when you get there. But I mean, it is a few streets over, so you've probably been walking past there a million times. It is a campus that stretches across it does stretch across the street. So there's a big street in the middle of it. Let me just go to Google Maps. The Via Laetana is just the street that I more or less what's the word? Not randomly, arbitrarily chose, because I chose that is roughly this fictional place is roughly where the real Catedral de Barcelona is. And it is so on one side of the Via Laetana is the church part, if you will. There's the cathedral, and this is where the clergy also lives, and it is surrounded by a fence and is has guards, and you can't just go in there. And on the other side of the street, there is a part of it that is more a university campus. That is also closed at night, but during the day it's open to the public. And this is where the students live, and where the library is, and where the lecture halls are. Yeah. So to answer the question, part of it is definitely consecrated ground, and part of it maybe by extension, but it's mostly a seminary, so a Catholic university that trains priests, but it's not a church in the more narrow sense.
Shall we go and look at where the students turned into flowers? Or I also wonder about trying to question the Father Murata.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
What do
can
you
do
think?
that. Roleplay wise, I would probably poke some questions at Natalie on the way there, but since I've already spent a lot of taken a lot of the time, I would maybe do that later after somebody else has gotten some time.
I mean, so I gather that you all just want to move over there. So you open the door, and the first thing that you notice as you open the door is the smells and the sounds of the city. You know, you hear a motorcycle rattling a few streets over, and then the sound is echoing through the narrow what's a Gasse in English? A narrow,
Ali.
alleys. Thank you. Narrow alleyways. And the wall of warm air is just welcoming you as you step out, because these houses are very thick walled and very good at insulating against the heat. And there's the smell of food and the sound of laughter. And you have people just walking through the alleyways, walking to and fro. And it's a very merry atmosphere tonight. And on the way there, you can totally ask Natalie questions. It takes you maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes at most to get there. Maybe 20 if you want to grab a coffee on the way.
Yeah, like I said, I just don't want to take up all of the air. So I would just ask, just the general things, like, okay, what else can you give me in terms of details? Like, okay, people have been turned into flowers.
Mhm.
Did you notice anything else? Do you have any other clues to give us? Like sort of.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's do the grasp for keys move.
Okay. Well, how do you do? What happens there? Basic moves.
Mm-hmm.
What does it say? Describe how you are. Well, I mean, I'm doing this so by directly asking.
I'll just read it. When you search for a clue, investigate the signs of the apocalypse, or use your powers of darkness to gather information, describe how you are doing so. You just did. Spend darkness tokens and roll. On an 8 to 10, you uncover a key. The keeper will tell you what it is. On an 11 plus, you uncover a key, but there's a significant complication, cost, or fallout. The keeper will tell you what it is. Or on a 7 minus, you find more than you were ready for. You may choose to mark ruin to uncover a key, but in doing so, the keeper will reveal how you come closer to becoming an harbinger. And I already have ideas for all three of them. So just go ahead and spend your tokens and make your roll, and we'll see what happens.
I only have one more to spend, so I'm going to spend one.
That's an 8.
It's Perfect. An 8.
If you uncover a key. Okay, then let me quickly check the list of keys that I have printed out right here. Don't need to click through my... So you ask her if she can tell you anything more. Yeah, and then she says, there's a. So I don't know. I don't know how much I'm just worrying too much about the kids, or if there's really something to it. There is an additional student who went missing, and we haven't found. Thank the Lord, we haven't found a body yet. it also hasn't turned into flower petals, as far as I know. But there's an additional student missing. And he was last seen going into the catacombs. Because like the entire city is under again, English word. It is undermined by 2 decades of catacombs, of Roman aqueducts, of medieval tunnels, and the most recent addition. There are a few subway lines that are not in use, and there are also a lot of shelters, bomb shelters from the war. And many of them were just like closed off and forgotten. Many of them were rediscovered and are now publicly visitable as heritage sites. But you can totally get lost in there. And I would also, and that is the real Barcelona. So I think our Barcelona is probably even a bit more gothic in that way. You can really get lost in these tunnels if you're not careful. But Natalie does not know if that has anything to do with why the other students turned to flowers.
Do we go and have a look at one of these patches of flowers?
Sorry, there was two questions at the same time. Just from a historical POV, which war are we talking about? That there were bomb shelters despite not taking part in WW2. They had the Spanish Civil War.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm aware of that. I just wasn't aware that there were bomb shelters related to that, but sure. I was just like curious.
The Spanish Civil War was famous for the Luftwaffe perfecting their bombing tactics.
Oh, goodness, yeah, of course.
And there was that Spanish town that...
Guernica.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know. Yeah, brain just wasn't not online. Anyway, yeah, I just from another curiosity thing, I guess, which is in line with my character. I also would just like to know, how do they know that the flower petals they found are actual people? Did they at one point see an actual transformation from person to flower petals, or was there some other identifying things around?
No, she says, with the first one, it was a bit, I first thought it might be something real, might be a hoax, when just quickly open up the right one of my million windows. Looking for the name of the victim. So when Adam went missing, I wasn't sure, because he was found by a security officer, and all that the officer, Senor Linero, was able to give me were a before and an after photo. One photo there was Adam's body, and on the other photo there was a pile of flower petals, but he didn't have any video or anything, so that was dismissible. But then Professor Ordonez was found by Chancellor Celares, and she witnessed him disintegrating into flower petals.
Fascinating.
And the third one, Carlos, also was witnessed by several witnesses.
I'm keen to see the location this transformation occurred.
As am I.
Yeah. It's not a single location. Adam.
The most recent.
The most recent. I'll get you there. The most recent is Carlos. He was found just inside the doors of the Cathedral of the Blessed Cross, the church on the grounds. Is that okay for you, Nia, to go there? Are you comfortable with that?
Risk it. I'll risk it. This is my job. This is what I do. I'm not
Nia, there's no need for superstition.
Then she leads you to the cathedral, and it is this really impressive, tall monument of a building. As you move in, it's a good, 10, 20 meters, 10 meters for sure high, the ceiling. This Gothic cathedral, it makes you feel awestruck if you are the kind of person who is awestruck by very monumental buildings. And behind the entrance door, there is, nothing anymore, because of course they swept away the petals and they didn't leave a chalk mark or anything. Because how to explain that to the normal police. But she points at a spot and says, "This is where we found him and where he turned into ours." And I think they might have actually put a little bouquet with a cross there as a commemorative gesture. But also, you notice just by the way it looks, you would need to know why it's there to recognize why it's there. It is very obviously inconspicuous.
It's a cruel irony to commemorate the floral deaths with a floral wreath.
My thoughts exactly.
The church is nothing if not good at symbolism.
Save some money recycling.
That would be ghastly. I don't think they did that. Or maybe they did.
So
Who knows?
Lady Baptiste is going to closely examine those flowers, and as she does, she's going to see what Death knows about what happens here. So I'm going to use my move Death Walked here. When you seek to reconstruct events or learn something valuable in an area, spend darkness tokens and roll. So I'm happy with a high result here, so I'm going to add 3 tokens. That's a 10. 10 is good. So Death shows me exactly what happened here. In addition, you draw Death close to you and can ask 2 that Death will answer. So what does Death show me before I ask its questions?
I think what Death shows you is... let me just quickly check up the text here to get a clue of what it might show you. Also see who the victim was, because okay. So it shows you that it must have been during the day, because otherwise the church would have been closed. It says evening. Okay, so it shows you that in the late evening hours, you see in the reflection of a maybe vessel for candles. You see the open church door, and you see the evening light streaming in. Landing on the pews, and you see a young man stumbling in, and he just from his gait, you see that he seems very confused and confused mostly and panicked, and he sits down behind the door almost as if he is hiding from something, and then he lies down on his side, and his arm falls forward, and he stays in that position for a few moments before he starts to his skin starts to sprout little what are they called, margaritas, like these white these flowers with a yellow button in the middle and these white petals, and they start to sprout from his body, and like so much fungus, and as they have him covered, they keep growing until at some point it all just falls apart, almost as if this flower patch has consumed its host substrate.
Very beautiful. So I think because death appears to me in reflective surfaces, I must be like talking to death in the like reflection in a stained glass window or something like that. So I will thank her for what she's shown me, but I get to ask her 2 more questions. So
yes.
What glimpse beyond these events can you show me?
That is a good question. Does anybody have a good idea at this point? Because it's like really early in the mystery, and I don't know who the Harbinger is yet. And also, it's not my place anyway to know that. That is for you to find out. What glimpse beyond these events? Is there anything you are angling for?
No, I mean nothing in particular. I can ask you a different question, and maybe that will be easier or help create some fiction that might help with the first question.
Sure.
The other question I was going to ask is what evidence here will help my investigation?
Oh, yeah. So as you ask her that, she like points towards the altar, and you follow her through several reflective surfaces in the church, and what she ultimately points you towards is the basin with the holy water. And as you get closer, you and that is a no, that is not a key yet, because you have to do the move for that yet. But she points you towards that basin.
Yeah, so
like that is probably where key is to be found.
All right, so I won't check out the basin myself. I'm going to sort of I'm going to say, Nia, would you mind checking out the communion basin? I think there's something there. I'm going to take some darkness tokens for asking someone to follow my instructions.
Oh, very good. Do you want to ask your second question now, or do you want to keep it in your back pocket for a bit?
Well, I think my question is still, what glimpse beyond these events can you show me?
Then let me go with glimpse is such a lovely open question. Like, what is a glimpse? I think the glimpse beyond these events is that she then points towards a chandelier that is hanging above the pews, and that gives you a different angle, and that is the angle outwards of the cathedral. and you see a big fat nothing. So the boy wasn't chased by anything visible, at least.
All right. Well, I tenderly kiss Death's reflection in the mirror, and thank her for her service, and look to see if Nia has taken my advice about the basin.
There's side eyes and going, that's not funny. Sorry, you want me to go and check out a font of holy water? Me?
You've got to get over these this phobia. And what better way than to immerse yourself? Also, I don't mean immerse.
I am not going dumpster diving in a font of holy water.
What if the key to the whole mystery is there, Nia?
Oh, honestly, Baptiste, you promise me this isn't a prank. You're not trying to do this to prank me, are you? This isn't some way of getting me splashed with holy water, so that's...
Regis butts in and goes, I don't think it is a prank. I can't feel any mischief in here.
Yeah, your insecurities are getting more embarrassing than your superstitions. It's just water.
And yet you're still not answering me. This isn't a prank. You're not going to splash me with holy water while I'm looking at it. You're not going to dump it on me or anything like that.
I won't be dumping any holy water on anyone.
Then tell me that this isn't a prank. Promise me that this isn't a prank.
It's not a prank, Nia.
Okay, so I'm going to take another darkness token for being either judgmental or getting Baptiste to promise me something.
Absolutely. You can take 2.
No, I don't want to take 2. That would be a 5. That would be not
good.
Good.
You get to roll before you have a meltdown if you hit 5.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go and have a look at the font, and I'm going to open my supernatural senses. So there's a slight growl that comes from Nia as she approaches.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes shift to the beast. She pulls her hood up further so people can't see, but there's the glow from within.
Mm-hmm.
She sniffs, and her nostrils change, and her nose changes. Her ears elongate.
Mm-hmm.
And
they turn red.
Yes, that's right. Sorry, of course. And I am basically investigating the font using one of my powers of darkness. It's still grasping keys, I think, but just visibly, it's.
Mm-hmm. I think mechanically, grasping keys is more fitting, right?
That's right. Yes.
It's not like you want to get past the defenses of the communion basin or gain the upper hand against it.
No, this is definitely grasping keys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
then...
I'm going to spend 2 darkness tokens.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 2d6. Okay, where is the roll button? There's the roll button. Oh, I get a 12.
So that means you uncover a key, but there is a significant complication, cost of fallout. The keeper will tell you what it is. Do you want to spend 2 bonds to bring it down to an 8 to 10, or are you eating the 12 or the 11?
I'll eat the 12.
Okay.
Sorry.
All good. So let me start with the key. The key that you find there is it's twofold. One of them is that the water smells strangely floral, which it shouldn't, of course. And you find a pair of contact lenses in there, in the basin. So
I think rather than reaching into the basin to get the contact lenses, I just knock over the font.
Uh-huh.
I don't have any care about the Christian, the faith and the sanctity of a Christian church. Mm-hmm. I wanted to get Christianity out of Britain. So basically, rather than reach into it, I'm gonna push over this 900-year-old stone font and basically allow it to splash on the floor, so I can pick up the contact lenses without actually having to dip into it.
Mm-hmm. As you do that, just because we're already closing in on the second hour, let me click the Let me tick the Doomsday Clock for the first time. So the Doomsday Clock in Apocalypse Keys is a measure of like how much time is left. It is equal the complexity of the mystery, and you can try to solve the mystery. I'm not sure actually if you can try it at any time or once you reach the complexity of the thing. I would need to have to check that up, but they it anyway. And the Doomsday Clock is a measure of how much time you have, and it the book asks the keeper to tick it at least once per session, just to create some sense of urgency. And I will do that right now. And what is happening is, as you kick the basin over, and that is the consequence that comes from the 11 plus, is that I'll just go with the first one. You see you kick it over, and in the puddle of water that spreads around you, you see another place or time. And what you see is a moment where you were standing in a similar church, much less splendorous, because it was a long time ago, long before the body you're inhabiting right now was even close to being born. And it was a church somewhere in England. And on the other side of the puddle, there was a figure that looked very close to your master from your recurring nightmare. Only this time he looked slicker in a way. He looked more like a caricature of himself. He had like these not the crown of thorns and thistles, and roots, but he had like big old antlers, and wasn't wearing his tunic anymore, but has a very muscular naked upper body. His essence was still the same, but it was markedly changed by that time. And you remember the sense of fear for him, but also pity for him and disdain that you felt for him. That is the image that you get as you kick over the basin, that with a loud clank falls over, breaks, and releases all the supposedly holy water onto the floor.
Baptiste.
Now?
There. Can you see them?
What have you got there?
A set of false eyes.
I don't think they call them false eyes anymore.
Then you knew what they are, so why did you ask me?
I just always enjoy our little conversations.
Stop playing your games.
Ree is feeling incredibly frustrated by the ongoing bickering between these two and is taking some darkness tokens. Sorry.
Well, I turn to Rydian because I'm also frustrated by the bickering and say, did you notice anything, Rydian?
Well, I have a question. It's a mechanical question. There's another move that I'm intrigued to try, but I don't know if it'll work in this way.
Yeah.
So my other playbook move is a Man of 1,000 Faces, right?
Hmm.
So it says, you've learned how to reflect the thoughts of memories of others. Anyway, to help them see who they wish to see, when you allow your form to fluctuate and take on the face of another, spend darkness tokens and roll. And well, one of the possible effects of it is gaining the memories and thoughts of whoever you look like. Now, I wonder whether I could do that based on an image of the person who has recently been missing, who has not yet been found, or is that reaching?
I mean the text is quite what's eindeutig in English, Sina? It's quite
Unambiguous.
clear. Yeah, unambiguous,
Clear.
quite clear, yeah, in that it should work. I would, as a narrative snag, I would maybe put in that you need some connection to the person to know what they actually looked like. So maybe a photo, because you haven't seen him yet. So it
Yeah,
probably
that's my
won't,
question.
yeah, it probably
I
won't
feel like
work
I would.
right now because you don't know yet who you're turning into. But as soon as you've seen a photo, an image, or something, I think it should work.
Okay, because I was going to say then maybe we could retcon having asked for, or I could just ask about it now,
Yeah, you
or like
totally
if
can.
it's a student, right? So you could also go like, oh, you have a photo in the register, or like, I don't know, maybe they have a roommate, something like that.
Yeah, totally. So, where do you want to go to get the photo? Like you mentioned several good options. Which one is it?
I'm thinking maybe a roommate because since the what's his name, father somebody isn't happy about our involvement, he might not be so forthcoming.
Mm-hmm. So you would go to the dormitories. I think Natalie will be able to show you where his room is. And are you all coming with, or do you stay back in the cathedral, you two?
Oh, that's right. I think that I'm going to split up from the others and try and cover more grounds. I might go and check out one of the other spots where someone turned into flowers.
Absolutely. And what's Nia doing?
I'm going to go with Rydian, but the entire way I'll have my hood up, and I'm trying. I'm going to be smelling on the wind to see if I pick up the scent of those flowers anywhere else.
Also, apologies, I didn't mean to like cut the scene short. I just was thinking of how to respond to the question. Do I notice anything?
Oh, that's good.
That's all right. I'm totally happy to move on.
Yeah.
Also, even though Lady Baptiste decided that she was going to go off on her own, she still feels ignored, so she's going to take another darkness token.
Okay, very good. Rydian is going to the dormitories and is going to the room. And the room, I just looked up a few Catalan and Spanish names. And the roommate's name is Pau Vidamunte. And Natalie is knocking at the door and says, Pau, can we come in? I have somebody who needs to talk to you about Carlos. And then from inside there's a soft, yeah, sure, come in. And she opens the door. And Pau is a, nice-looking young man in his early 20s. And he is sitting or like leaning back on his bed, is reading, seems to be reading a book right now. And as you come in, he gets up and he politely greets you at the door and says, hey, Natalie, yeah, how can I help? Who's this? What do you look like, by the way, Rydian?
What do I look like?
Yeah, like what does he see? That nice boy.
Yeah, so today I am, apparently we've established I'm wearing a sort of a flowing coat that has very deep pockets and, some sort of, what's it called? Like a lot of embroidery on the front. and it is. I don't know what I'm wearing underneath that. I think I'm wearing like some sort of bohemian, also flowy blouse and like wide. How do you say that? Wide pants that are sort of ending above the ankles.
Mhm.
I have a little headband around my. I've decided curly hair. Dark curly hair. And yeah, I think otherwise, like I look perfectly normal to him at the moment. Is what I like to think right now.
Yeah.
Because
Um,
I'm trying to
mhm.
be approachable.
Yeah, yeah. So you don't have like a big old scars in your face or anything like that.
No, like I mean, I have scars, but they are not in my face, and they,
Hmm.
you know, they are like covered by the amount of fabric that I put on myself.
And what about Nia?
Um,
What does the nice young boy see there?
Well, I'm a undead woman in a flowing dress and cloak with a hood up, with a coronet of flowers physically bonded into my head, and yeah, I think I'm just standing at the back, so he doesn't quite see
Like
me
in the
so much.
shadows.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, Natalie says, this is Ridian and Nia, like pointing towards the shadows. And they are investigating Adam's Carlos's disappearance. And yeah, they just would like to ask you some questions. And he's like, oh yeah, and just extends his hand. It's like, yeah, how can I help? And
so I think I step forward, and I avoid his hand and just go like, "Hi, I'm Ree," you know, with the warmest smile, and just yeah, try to avoid touching him for the
mhm,
moment, and go like, "We just wanted to know a few more things about your roommate because we're trying to find out what's happened and hopefully, you know,
mhm.
help help rescue him." Yeah, is there anything you can tell me about him, like what he's like, what you know from before he disappeared?
Mhm. Yeah, you get a sense of like being a bit first confused, then irritated, and then embarrassed as you like leave him hanging there with his hand stretched out, and he seems to be like from the surface emotions that you're getting, he seems to be um, earnest and honest, as he says. Honestly, I don't know that much about him. He was really, you know, withdrawn since he looks to Natalie, and Natalie nods. Since he came back, he didn't really talk about what happened wherever he went. I only know that he was a very, very sensitive man. He was easily overwhelmed, and he really needed help with a lot of stuff.
Do you have any of his personal belongings that like seemed important to him?
Yeah, I mean, and he points over to a desk that was his desk, and over here is his locker, and he gave me a key, and he fumbles out a key from his trouser pockets, gave me a key, and said if he ever disappeared again, I should see that his family got what's in there, but I don't know who his family is. And he opens the locker for him, for you. I mean, and in there you find things. You find a photo, which is what you were looking for. And would you like to grasp keys here?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we established that this is him on the photo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's that's and he says, yeah, that's him.
So oh, bless. Okay. Yeah, my question is, grasping keys, right? You're supposed to also just describe, yeah, using
what you're doing to get information.
using your powers to gather information, right?
Well,
And
not
so,
necessarily your powers. You could just like rummage through the locker.
yes, I mean we could do that. Yeah,
But
maybe
you can also
maybe
use your
do that.
powers, of course.
Yeah, my question was just because I was angling to do the playbook move, but I don't know if that's.
So there is this, the difference between fiction and mechanics here.
Yes.
If you want to like invade his thoughts, you can do that to grasp keys, but you can also do that to what does your playbook move do again? Like to manipulate his feelings or to ask any of your questions.
Yeah, no, it was the other one about like embodying quite literally the person who's
you can
disappeared.
totally also do that, but that is not grasping keys.
No, I just thought, in that.
Yeah. And you can also do both.
So. Yeah, how about that? So let's do grasp keys for now, maybe. Although, wait, do I have to spend darkness on that as well?
You don't have to. You can also spend 0 darkness. This spend darkness is just as in the sense of if you want to do it now.
Okay. All right.
But you can also spend 0 darkness.
I'm gonna spend 1. And I think that I will just be rummaging around and seeing if there's anything that seems significant that might either give me clues specifically about the what has happened, or give me some insights into the person so that I can use it later for the other one. So that's
and let's see what you roll.
1. Ooh, an 11.
You uncover a key, but there's a significant complication, cost of fallout. The keeper will tell you what it is. Do you want to eat that, or do you want to spend a bond?
I think I want to eat that. That sounds interesting.
Okay. So then let's go with the key first. Let's see what's most interesting here. Yeah, I know what's good. So there is a pill bottle in there. And in that pill bottle there are flower seeds. And do you feel lucky and want to take the flower seeds out of the pill bottle and look at them closer?
Sure. I mean, flower seeds.
As you take them out, they vibrate slightly.
Oh. Look at this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What have you got there?
Some sort of seeds, but they seem to not quite be natural.
They just move.
I think so.
Was that magic, or is there something actually in the seed?
Good question. I don't know. What do we do with this now? Should we? Well, I guess I'm pocketing everything.
Okay. And you can still use your move on the boy if you want.
You mean the missing person?
Yeah, true. You want to use it on what's his name? On Carlos, the missing boy. Mm-hmm.
How do we make this text anyway, I'm gonna deal with that later.
What's
here we go. No, it's not there.
what?
I was just trying to make the text visible in the second line in the key section. The vibrating slightly thing is invisible. And
Yeah. Let me just do
I'm
this.
somehow struggling with the format.
Yeah, if you look up there is for how to describe it without over on my screen it's over column AM and AN. There is it's called Textumbruch in German, and it says that it's umbrechen, so it means that you have a line skip, I think, and that means that it doesn't write over the end of the cell, but for that the cell needs to be a bit bigger, and I'll just pull it down a bit, and then we should be able to read it.
Nope, not happening.
Ah, that's
okay.
Weird.
Hang on.
Because
did it just disappear?
Because the word vibrating is not there anymore.
Oh, then that was just it was just an accident.
Oh, now it's back.
God,
now it works.
What a waste of time. Here we go. All right. All right. Now it's gone again. What is happening?
I don't know.
Done. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
No, we're not touching it anymore.
Yes.
Okay. So your move.
What is the complication, by the way, that they are slightly vibrating, or are you just keeping that in your back pocket?
No, thanks for reminding me. I totally forgot about that. What is the complication? Let me see. What is my menu that I can pick from? Let me just first see if I can give you a nice condition. Yeah, I think. No, I keep it in my back pocket, and I will give you the complication in a second when you've used your move, because I have an idea how to use it there.
Okay. Well, then I will try and use what I have learned about him, which is not all that much, but I do know what he looks like.
Yeah, that is the important
to allow my form to fluctuate and take on his face.
Spend Doom tokens and roll, please.
Funny, because I didn't want to freak out the guy, and now I'm gonna change my face.
I mean, you could also quickly go to the bathroom if you want to.
I don't think Ree will be that considerate in the moment. I think Ree's very, very curious. So I'm spending one, and I'm gonna roll.
I mean, he's dealing with a realization that his roommate has turned into a bunch of flowers. So, okay, that's a 7.
Unfortunately, yes.
We had that before on a 7 minus a thought. No, you haven't had that before. A thought or memory bears the mark of a harbinger, causing you to lose control of your form entirely. The keeper will tell you what happens next. Do you want to eat that, or do you spend a bond? Do you want to spend a bond?
No, I'm kind of intrigued what happens.
You want to lose the control of your form? Sure. Okay. So then maybe we'll describe that from the perspective of Nia. Nia, you are standing in the hallway, like peering into the room, and you see Rydian like shimmering a bit, and then what do you think? What does it look like when you lose your form? Do you like oscillate? Do you shimmer? Do you like melt? What do you think? What kind of a shapeshifter you are?
I think that my face just keeps sort of changing its features in sort of a fluid motion rather than rather than just glitching back and forth, and it just keeps sort of rearranging itself into like different features that look completely different, and sometimes maybe it's like a mix. Some stuff is the same as my normal face, and then just having just completely different nose and jawline, etc., and just keeps happening. And
So-
I just assume that it feels uncomfortable physically as
Yeah.
well.
What for you, Rydian, like you don't notice that much, only that your power doesn't seem to work. You don't seem to be able to form a connection to the image of the boy. But from Nia's perspective, they change quite distinctly in that they look much more. I don't want to say primal. Let's say chthonic again. You know, like connected to old gods and earth. They grow like facial stripes, almost like a war painting, but it seems to be part of their skin. They have a smell of musk and of dead wood that permeates the room now, that they probably also don't really notice themselves that much. And you even think for a second you see like little antlers forming, but not like these Disney-esque giant antlers that your master had, but more subdued, more, if that makes sense in this context, natural looking. And then it's gone. And they're back to their normal form.
Rydian, are you okay?
I think I sort of do a big shake and go like, "Oh, I probably feel a bit queasy." Well, that didn't fucking work, did it?
No,
Well,
it didn't fucking work. I'm going to turn to look at the roommate and look at their reaction.
He's just stunned. Like he's has a lot to deal with. But then again, he's a returner like everybody in this dorm, so he probably has seen weirder things. But he like sits down and is like,
You didn't see that.
I
Nothing-
did. I saw that. And I
No,
smelled it
you
too.
fucking didn't see that.
Aw.
And there's
Do you
growl-
want? Do you want?
there's a growl that comes from deep in yeah.
Do you want to
that
use the
didn't-
power of darkness here, or
I think I want to use the power of darkness, but also sorry, trying to get back to the character sheet. Too many screens open.
Yeah.
I am wanting to. I am being very, very threatening and very, very intimidating, and I am literally threatening violence at this point. And I would like to get 2 darkness tokens for overreacting to protect someone, because I don't want to get him back to division that Rydian is losing control of their powers.
The
doesn't have
hound.
to.
Yeah, just quickly, there's this passive ability from your I Am Vengeance is the entity within you can always sense those nearby who bear the scars of trespass and the burden of regret. And I'm playing on the scars of trespass now, and the hound is just whispering into your ears, "Oh, that one has seen things. He's not going to be easily intimidated."
And I think Nia's form starts to shift. The face elongates. The fangs come out. Her skin, which is pale and deathly, starts to fill with white fur.
Mm-hmm.
You did not see anything. And I'm going to grab him and literally hold him up. I'm bulking out in sort of almost werewolf transformation. I'm going to grab him by the throat and basically pin him to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like you're unleashing the dark.
But I am... Sorry, I'm trying to get my head around these moves.
Mm-hmm.
2 seconds.
Yeah, so Unleash the Dark is...
Yes, I'm Unleashing the Dark. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to clarify between Unleash the Dark and Power Through Darkness. They've got too much
Oh.
darkness in this game.
Oh yeah, the question is just how strong you want to go.
Oh no! I'm not trying to actually hurt them. I'm trying to intimidate them. So yes, I'm unleashing the dark, and I'll roll with 2 darkness tokens,
Okay,
and that's a 10.
that's a 10. When you unleash the dark within you to enforce your will on someone, physically, socially, or emotionally, spend darkness tokens and roll. On an 8 to 10, you wield the darkness with control and ease. Choose 2. Get past their defenses and inflict a condition. Get what you want from them. Avoid reprisals, harm, or cost. Gain the upper hand for now. Expose a weakness or flaw, or confuse them for some time.
I think I'm going to get what I want from them and avoid reprisals, harm, and cost.
Okay, so you push him against the wall, and he doesn't fight back. He like looks at you very defiantly. Looks you right in the eye.
Clarity. I'm not pushing him against the wall. I'm pushing him against the ceiling. He is basically slammed into the ceiling.
Sure,
so,
you push him
my
against
face. So he's basically looking down on my face as I'm.
That doesn't change anything
Okay.
though. He's still is looking down on you. He's looking like calmly looks into your eyes, and is like, "All right, I'm not going to say anything, man." And you sense that he, or that's probably more something for Ridian to sense. Ridian senses that he is shutting down. Like his defenses go up, and he is scared shitless, but at the same time, he will never show that.
I think
that is a learned trauma response from that boy.
Yeah, I think my just in between, I'm feeling very frustrated / scared about having lost my control, and I'm taking 3 darkness tokens. But yeah, I kind of I think I want to de-escalate the situation. So I go and touch Nia on the shoulder and go, hey, thank you, but I think we got the message across. Okay, can you let him down? And then I just go like try and sort of, sorry about that. That was not how it meant to go.
I think I will also give Nia a rune for this move.
Hey,
for just re-traumatizing the guy.
Ruin XP.
Yes.
Yay!
That was definitely you like acting with your darker impulses. Okay. Cool. And since it's 32 now, I would say we close it here. For today.
I'm gonna have to actually get going. I'm not gonna have time to do stars and
that is totally fine. Have a good day, Godwin. We see each other next week.
Thank you. See folk next week, and have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, folk.
Bye.
You too.
Thanks for playing.
Bye.
And the 3 of us, we can have a quick stars and wishes. Well, it doesn't have to be quick. Actually, we still have half an hour. So he's not here to hear it anymore, but I really liked Gerwin just now. That was really cool. Also a cool way of playing towards his Harbinger. I really like that. I really also like the aloof snideness of Lady Baptiste towards Natalie, which was not what I was expecting, but I found it delightful. And I also liked Ridian reaching out to Natalie, but also to Pao. And you really do this thing where you are, this triangle thing, like where you are the person who's keeping both of them sane in a way. And while you yourself are very transgressive. I really like that. And I don't have any particular wishes other than more of the same for next week. And that's it for me. Sorry.
My stars, I enjoyed bickering with Nia. That was fun. I also, not to star myself, but I also was surprised by the way Lady Baptiste started acting and was like, oh, that's who she is, okay. So that was fun for me. I was happy to see that Rydian is the closest thing the team has to a heart. Looking forward to seeing the tension between monstrousness and trying to smooth our rough edges. That was cool. And I really enjoyed the opening dream scene. That was a really cool way to start the session.
Oh, thank you.
And wishes, I'm just excited about things getting more chaotic and dangerous.
Yeah. I also very much enjoyed the bickering, just leading into the snobbery as well. just even just a little moment of Lady Baptiste getting very annoyed at having to answer the phone. And funnily enough, because I don't think I had as clear of a picture of my character, and I actually was slightly surprised that I think that already started last week, that they seem to be very much in the let me try and make everyone kind of happy or something, or smooth things over, or also be a bit immature in the sort of way of, I don't actually know how, I'm struggling to find words right now. But yeah, I was a bit surprised about that because I guess I had envisioned them slightly differently, but I guess it's fine. It works in terms of the playbook, I think, also. Yeah. And yeah, I also really loved the scene with that just now at the end, that Nia went full-blown monster to intimidate that poor student. Yeah, wishes, I don't know. I guess, yeah, more of this, and probably just hoping to get a bit more comfortable with all of the mechanical aspects of it. Because I'm still slightly confused and overwhelmed.
That's okay. We'll get there. And you can always ask,
yeah.
Of course.
And in that ilk, I do have one question that is pertaining to that last move, because it says on a 7-, a thought or memory bears the mark of a harbinger. And now, does that mean a harbinger that is connected to the mystery?
I totally overread that. In that case, of course, you do notice the change, and the thought and memory that floods your mind is you being in some sort of kind of different place, like really different place, and you are hunting, and on the edge of before your mind snaps back, you get the sense that you might be hunting people, and then you're back in that room.
Okay. And is that a part that we would tie to, when I look at the mystery sheet, or whatever you want to call it? I forgot what it's called. Because it says something about the harbinger in the facets on the other side.
So harbinger is a bigger term. Harbingers are the classification is you are Omen class monsters, and Omen class monsters are monsters that potentially can become apocalyptic. And when you become apocalyptic, you become a harbinger. Each mystery also deals with a harbinger, and that can totally be the harbinger, like the harbinger that you just saw the mark of can totally be the harbinger of that mystery, but it doesn't have to. It can be a harbinger of a different mystery, and it can also refer to your own harbinger form, or a totally different harbinger, like that.
Right.
I don't know, was your boss in that other world, We don't know yet. Harbinger is
Okay.
just a term for these apocalyptic monsters.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I just got. Yeah, it's
No,
just like when
don't be sorry. That
when
was a very good question. That was
like
good
yeah.
to ask it.
Yeah. Does that mean I get more ruin as well or not? No, wait, that's not in the move, right? I
That's
guess you
not
can
the
decide.
move.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
I could as a keeper move give you ruin, and actually, yeah. Now that you say it, I actually will because it makes sense. Because you just glimpsed for the first time a glimpse of your former life.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was my question. Yeah, answered. I guess we just have that end of session question still, right?
Exactly. I was just thinking if we want to do it next time, but I know from each and every time I'm a player how much fun it is to do these things, so we'll just do it now. I don't gonna have you wait for next time, and then next time we start with doing it for Gerwin, but for you guys we can do it now. So, Sina, did you open your mind or heart to another monster? What do you think?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Like I wanted to, but there was no time. Like I don't think the morning scene really worked for that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think the scene with Nia in the beginning could have gone there.
I would have done this now with but because we had to cut it short. I would have had a little heart to heart with.
You can do that next time. Choose it
not
again
now.
next time and then do it.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. End of session questions. Did you express your monstrous nature and or express your humanity?
Is this for me or both of us?
Yeah, no, let's do you first.
Right. Yeah, I would say yes. Mm-hmm. I became very visibly monstrous to the poor student.
Oh, true. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's an XP. Did you learn something significant about yourself and your impending ruin? I would say so.
The Harbinger little glimpse, I think so, yes.
Yeah. And did you learn something significant about a fellow monster?
I think I was rather struck by how far Nia is prepared to go to protect me. So I don't know if you would call that significant.
That sounds pretty significant. So
just XP mining.
I would say yes. And did you uncover at least one key of the apocalypse or attempt to unlock Doom's door? I honestly can't remember. Did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I uncovered which one was it? The seeds.
Cool. Well, then you don't have to mark ruin. Nice. And then Shane.
Oh, that's wrong.
So, did you have an intimate or harrowing moment with death?
Yeah, we had a nice moment in the church, in the reflections.
Okay. And that qualifies for intimate, right?
Yeah, I think so. I made a point of tenderly kissing Death's reflections. So
yeah, very good. Yeah, it was me not playing into it because I forgot it in that moment, but yeah, fair enough. Did you express your monstrous nature and or express your humanity?
I mean, I think that Lady Baptiste's human qualities are her most monstrous, so I'm going to say yes to that.
Sure. Okay, did you learn something significant about yourself and or your impending doom? Ruin, sorry, not doom.
Look, Lady Baptiste has been here for hundreds of years. Certainly she knows herself completely and definitely will not learn anything significant about herself
okay.
At any point during this campaign.
Did you learn something significant about a fellow monster, though?
So I think I did learn something significant about Nia. I was surprised by how seriously Nia takes the Christian iconography and whatnot.
True, yeah. And you did uncover at least one key of the apocalypse, I think.
Did I? I mean, I pointed out where...
How you pointed at it. You didn't uncover it yourself.
I mean, I'm more interested in taking the ruin than not.
Then take the ruin, then.
I think I did, yeah. I let someone else do it for me. I did not uncover a key.
Fair enough. Ruin. Okay, so that's it then for today. It was a lot of fun, to me at least, for you too. Are you okay with posting the recording. And is there anything you would like me to cut out? Okay.
No, all fine.
See you next week then, I guess.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
everyone. See you.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye bye.